You knew we needed an extraordinary love to withstand past relationship experiences, everyday bad choices, and our past hurts.
It is clear that we were brought together as one for a purpose. And as we share our love story, we pray that from our experiences, you can gain positive takeaways to use in your own life and relationship.
Hey, I still like our little theme song. I think I still like
everybody, what's going on?
Hey,
We're back, finally.
I know.
Back.
It seems like a
After a
minute.
long hiatus.
Seems like a minute. Seems
It's been
like
a long
minute.
time.
That seems like a minute. I know. We tried to go live from Riviera Maya, but
It didn't go right.
it didn't go right. The signal was
Not at all.
it just wasn't.
Well, welcome to another live Conversations with the Lovebirds. I'm your host, William Bird.
And I'm Darlene Bird.
We're the Lovebirds.
And here we're together for another exciting episode of Conversations with the Lovebirds.
Yes.
So we thank you all for joining us
Absolutely.
tonight, giving you a
Thank
minute
you.
to go ahead and tap on in,
Yep.
see what the Lovebirds are talking about tonight.
I'd like to also introduce our mantra. Of course, we love, we love people, and we
love
you.
We love you.
Can't forget that part. I introduced that.
Yes, you did.
That's my thing.
It's all about love.
So I can't forget that. You gotta excuse me, my voice is. We got a bug around here somewhere.
We
man.
got something, y'all.
We got something going on around
It's
here.
I'm told. I was just told. The
I
doctor
know.
called in some medicine. I just told it was a virus. It was a
Something.
It was the HMVP or something. It's some type of viral. It gives you a cough and
We got it.
hoarse and sore throat and
Can you hear it in my voice, man?
Yeah.
My voice is. I just been going through it these past couple of weeks, man. I had a sty on my eye on my anniversary. I got this thing right here. I'm doing all kinds of new stuff, but I'm here.
hey,
Listen.
we're here.
I told him I'm in slow motion. Slow motion is at least some motion, so at least I'm above ground and moving.
Let's gotta keep
So
moving.
I gotta call
Hold on,
myself
let me
blessed.
pull up my.
I'm trying to do
podcast here,
some
and let me share it.
sharing and stuff, but I just can't seem to get myself together.
Okay, let me
But
see what I can do over here.
We're here, and
For another conversation.
here for
with the
another
lover.
conversations. I'm trying to do some sharing and some liking.
All right, but we have a topic for tonight, right?
I do
The topic is
so.
is showing and celebrating your love. Showing and celebrating your love. Join us now.
How do we celebrate
Showing-
each other?
Yeah.
What does that look like, celebrating each other?
Yeah,
Huh.
showing and
A celebration. And if you know anything about the Lovebirds, we love a celebration. We love celebrating. We love celebrating each other. We love occasions. Me personally, I like celebrating anything. Give me an opportunity to have a party. I'm down with it.
yes. Hey Ty.
Absolutely.
Hey Ty. And I think it's one of the tenets I think for us, and one of the ways that we that the Lovebirds show love to others and celebrate people by doing some of those things that we do. But we're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to have a conversation about it if that's okay. So tap in. Make sure you like and share. Make sure you
That's right.
like Feel Good Talk.
Yep.
Make sure you share the podcast and all the good information that comes from Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. And tag somebody in. Let them know the Lovebirds are on tonight. And we're talking about showing and celebrating love.
There you go.
Showing and celebrate. The reason I think it's good to talk about showing and celebrating love is, we've just come through a month. The end of May is a big old bang for the Lovebirds. It's our anniversary, and a couple days later is my husband's birthday. And so we do a lot of celebrating, a lot of remembering, a lot of reminiscing
Yes.
during that time. About, it's all about showing and celebrating our love, especially during those times. And one of the reasons I felt, we should talk about it is because of some of the feedback that we get. A lot of guys and a lot of girls give us feedback on how we love each other and how my husband loves me out loud, and how we love each other as individuals, and how I allow him to play, which is important to him. That's part of who he is. So we've got a lot of feedback. We've even gotten some feedback. My husband, we just celebrated his birthday, and we've gotten some feedback from some guys on like, man, even when it was your turn to be in the spotlight, they just thought it was just amazing that he was humble enough and vulnerable enough to call out his wife and say, listen, this is us, this is what we do, and I wouldn't be here without her, and that type of thing. But the guys that said, yo man, that was pretty humble, and that was, I forget some of the other words that they used, but and then some of the girls was like, wow, the speech that he gave about his love for you and his love for his God was just incredible. So I mean, days later we were still getting feedback about that, and that speaks to something. When I get that type of feedback about something good, it also tells me what's not happening. You know what I mean? Or the fact that is rare says something. Hey guys, thanks for joining. I see Ten of Life is in the house. I see Amy's in the house.
Yes.
So welcome. So like and share, guys. Hey Izzy, good to see you tonight. All right, I see you guys. Thank you. So come on in. So we're talking about ways to show and celebrate your love.
Yes.
Because as I said, because of some of the feedback, it leads us to believe that it's not happening a lot or strongly or and it's hard to think that what we do is rare. It's hard.
I don't think it's rare.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of get a light shined on us because that's what we do. That's our. So the people look for it in us in that aspect. But I mean, I've seen people express that that desire to celebrate their loved one through gifts and out loud and everything. I don't want to put myself in like I'm above and beyond anybody else.
Right.
I just realize and understand the fact that someone who goes out of their way to just acknowledge me or acknowledge the fact that I'm even on the planet, period, is big for me. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I think that's we all have room. We know we have room for improvement, but it just seems like just the degree that people point out those specific things is like we all.
Well, yeah,
it needs to be more in the world. It needs to be more of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that kind of thing. So there's really 5 kind of buckets that we have for ways that we intentionally show and celebrate our love for each other. We'll share those with you guys, but chime in. You may have some good ideas as well. But there's 5 ways that we intentionally show and celebrate our love for each other. It's just it's natural for us, but we're going to share it in hopes that it will help you in your relationships, because that's part of our mission. That's why we're here. What's wrong?
Did you see my phone did just now rang? Did something like when it touched that metal? Did you see that?
I heard a bell though.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
All right. So let's talk about some of these. So
we're talking about ways to celebrate your loved one, or celebrate the one you love all year long, or a significant other, or just celebrating anyone that you feel close to and want to acknowledge as far as their input into your life. That's what we really acknowledge and celebrate people for what they impart in us as in our life, in our journey.
Amy said, help us.
Yes. So help us, yeah. So we celebrate people a lot in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
We always like to bring people to the house.
And we celebrate each other.
Celebrate each other.
So one of the ways that we show and celebrate our love for each other is spending meaningful time together. And when I say meaningful, I mean meaningful time together. We enjoy our hot tub time when we can just stop and be in the same place. And some of our best conversations or ideas or thoughts or plans happen when we're in our hot tub time.
Absolutely.
We have that time to debrief our day, or to sometimes we're in there early in the morning. We can talk about the day, and we check in on us. Like, are we good? Are we in rhythm? Sometimes we're in rhythm. Sometimes we're out of rhythm because we're just running in different directions. Thank you, Chuck. The hot tub it's a must for us.
That's a must.
Yeah, it's a now. And once you're about that hot tub life, I don't think I could ever be without one. But yeah, it's just our time to
together
escape.
and alone. Hot tub time is great.
Hot tub time is great. Hot tub time is great. And so we connect there. That's one of the main tenets of our connection time, is just having that hot tub time together. You're outside, you're in nature, but you're also in that hot tub getting that massage, and it's just a good time for us. It's it's kind of cleansing in a way. I don't know. It's easy to get into your emotions in there for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. But it's easy to get into your emotions in there sometimes, or just let your emotions flow. But that's one of the things. So there's a lot of ways that you can spend meaningful time. That's number one, spending meaningful time. Depending on what you do and what you two like to do. If you like to dance, you can put music on and dance together. Holding hands and touching is important for us too.
Very much so.
That's another way that we spend meaningful time together. We connect, holding hands, or his hand is on my leg, or my hand is on his leg. I'm patting him on his knee. That's just one of the things that we do.
Which ends up into some other things like massages, because we love to give massages.
Yeah.
Give massages and you're holding hands. Visiting the place we met, going back to where it all started. That's always a great way.
Reminiscing.
Visiting the place where we married. Pretty much it's almost kind of like the same place where we really met. So going back to those,
got some stories behind that one.
I just recently the last time we were back, I took her back to where we met and kind of got married. So we do stuff like that. We really love revisiting a lot of the things that we do.
Yeah.
Even though she's not like a go back person, I always like to go back. She likes to go forward into something else. But I always like to go back because, and that's why I take so many pictures, because for nostalgia.
Yeah.
I always take a lot of pictures because I always like to reminisce and go back and, remember.
And I gotta say,
memories
sometimes I'm like, wow, you are so busy like taking pictures. Are you missing the moment? Like, I want to be in the moment. I want to experience it, and like it's for us. But then again, when I look back, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad you captured these moments and these memories, so that we can not only experience them while we're in the moment, but we can look back on them too and kind of get some of those feelings. So yeah, I see the benefit in capturing those, but we just have to kind of balance that. I'm like, it's for us. We're here. I see it. You see it. We feel it. Let's be in the moment. But then it's always good to look back. We have so many memories. I'm like, oh my God, baby, remember we were here, we were there, we did all these great things. So that's
sometimes we look at stuff and she doesn't remember.
Right.
Like she's like, where did you take this picture? Where did you see this?
Yes.
It's like this is the reason why.
Yeah, reminiscing.
You will forget now. now you go back and you think about that thought you were thinking at that moment.
Yeah.
So it always gives me something new to.
It's a way for it to keep on giving, for the moment to be in the moment, then the moment can keep on giving. So I do appreciate that. So these are some of the things that we do to spend meaningful time together, visiting those places, reminiscing, massages. Our hot tub time is important. Putting on a song every once in a while and dance together, just at home. Sometimes it's just a song comes on and I'll come and take his hand and dance, or he'll come take my hand and we'll dance. Those things are important. So that's how you show and celebrate your
playlist last,
oh my goodness,
2 weeks ago, boy.
Yeah, that one.
I pulled out the playlist.
You still got that one?
That playlist again.
You still got that playlist. So that was nice.
Absolutely.
So, changing up the bedroom routine. Yeah, if you guys are morning people, make it nighttime or make it afternoon, or just those types of things. Or take it outside, or have a picnic in the park. Those types of things.
Picnics. Ooh, remember that? My picnic just recently.
He just took me on a picnic a couple of weeks ago, a surprise picnic. I didn't know what he was doing. He was scurrying all around the house and doing all types of things, and then just said, okay, we're going somewhere. Their playlist will do it. That's right.
Yeah.
So picnic is good. Yeah, doing things at home. taking a shower together or bath together. You know, we're hot tub, but every once in a while, it's like, will you get in my bubble bath with me, or can I get in your shower with you? Just those things. Looking back at pictures and reminiscing. Yeah, yeah.
Going a long day.
And,
But I'm
and,
here. I'm trying to get
and
up.
still, don't
I'm
forget
up.
to date. Don't forget to date. I took
You
him on a
did
date
on.
the other night. Like,
Yes.
someplace I want to take you to. Get dressed. We're going
It was
out.
a great night out.
It was a great night out.
It
Yeah.
was.
So, and then, or meeting at the bar or meeting at the restaurant, as if you're meeting each other on a date. So we do that too. We go through some of those scenarios.
How about discussing our fantasies?
Discussing fantasies. Yes. Don't forget to date. Discussing fantasies. That's always good.
Make out like we used to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the car, in the van.
Shut up. Darlene never
Oh,
did
it's-
those things.
Am I supposed
Darlene's
to
an
say
angel.
that?
Nobody will ever believe you.
Yeah, listen, but listen.
Nobody.
Those things celebrate
Nobody
each
will
other.
believe
They take you back. You get back into the kicking again mode. Boy, that thing's will spark you up. Trust me.
Yeah.
I've tried them. I do them all the time. Trust me. They work.
Yeah. And you know what? Let me tell you one more thing. Just unplugging for the night.
Oh, that's a good one.
Unplug for the night. At a certain time, it's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. That's it. Phones are down. We're done for the night.
Shut it
Unplug.
down.
Unplug and put those
No
phones and things
TV,
down.
no
Yeah.
nothing. Everything
Nothing.
just
Sometimes we
be
don't even
shut
turn
off.
the TV off.
Yep.
Turn it on at all. It's
Yep.
just unplug.
For
Unplug
real.
everything
Real right.
except the playlist. The playlist can come.
Sometimes I can get to the playlist.
So all of this is under
Yes,
our
that's,
number.
that's under number one.
This number one.
Spending
which-
meaningful time together.
Spending
We're
meaningful
talking about
time.
what? What are we talking about?
We're talking about
Celebrating each other.
Yeah, celebrating
For
with
how
love.
we can come together, increase our closeness, increase our connection.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're talking about. This is what gives us long standing in our relationship, creating that connection.
And making sure you
creating
like
that
and like
closeness.
each other.
Yeah, making sure you like, because
Some
you ain't
people
doing
don't-
this stuff
some
if you
people
don't like it.
each other.
Yeah,
They can
you doing
love
this
each
stuff.
other, but
yes.
they don't like each other. That's what I'm.
These are indicators. If you get a person to do stuff like that with you, she likes you.
A little bit.
She likes you. Now listen, you want to use
Okay,
that. I mean,
Amy heard
what's
it.
that?
Now we know how you got it.
Oh, Amy, you wasn't supposed to tell, boy. It would no. Listen, that's
All
not,
right.
that's
Number
not how
two.
it went down. Go to
Number
number two. Please go to number two. Yes. Go on adventures.
Number 2.
Excitement and experiencing new things gets your pleasure hormones going, and it reminds us of how we and why we fell in love.
Going on
Once those hormones
adventures.
and those chemicals get the juices, get the mixing and the stir.
Okay, you stirring and
The,
mixing.
what is they called? The hypercortisone,
Nora-
norepinephrine, and
You know
all of
what?
it. Them get them. Remember, I told you how to give yourself a natural high. All you gotta do is really love somebody. Love gives you a natural high.
Natural high.
So
Love,
going on
loving,
adventures
being in love.
increases your adrenaline, increases that norepinephrine.
I
Those
think
are the
it does
drugs
for
that-
us. Do you think that does for us going on those adventures? What do you think?
What do you think?
I think so.
These are no-brainer questions for us.
Right.
For me, you get the
It's
juices
actually a
and
must for
adrenaline
us.
going
It's
in
actually a
there.
must for
It's
us.
over.
I would say
I'm off to the
twice a year
races.
minimum. We try to go somewhere new. I like going to new places. I don't like going to the same place.
Especially
over and over.
somewhere where I could do something and get that junkie rush of adrenaline. Jet skiing, snorkeling, scuba, you name it. Give me at least 2 times. Because I remember she's not that. I am. I'm a Navy man. So.
I love to see you enjoy that
Yes. So you got to get me out
while
there.
I go to the spa.
Exactly. And I send some.
Yes. Yeah,
I do that.
But sometimes I like to see you. I like
Yeah.
to cheer you on.
I was 0 for 3 this time we went on the. I was 0 for 3 in our last. I told her, I said, listen, I'm not signing up for nothing. I'm not competing with nobody. I'm going this time. All I'm doing is laying back. Man, I got into the first event. Twisted my arm. Oh my God.
You were good. It was all good until this other brother. People was failing the challenge. Did this other brother First of all, he completed the challenge, and when he got to the other side of the challenge, he did a black backflip. I'm like, oh my God, why did he do that? So of course, the testosterone in you would not let you sit there and take that. You stormed up, marched over there, and I'm like, oh no, oh no.
Yeah,
oh,
straight
no.
from a nap.
You can't see somebody else's testosterone flex and sit in your chair. That's the problem. That's where we get into issues.
I ain't mad at myself.
Anyway, I'm not mad either. But one of them you said, you want to see me do that? I said, no, I really don't want to see you do that. I don't need to see you do that. But that wasn't enough because that testosterone, man. But anyway, Billy Bird gonna be Billy Bird.
I was 2 seconds off on that one, and that wasn't even with effort. I was only. I didn't.
The adventure seeker, but find things that you guys can do together. Amy is a good example of that. They bike ride, they hike.
Yes.
So find things that you can do together. Right there, very adventurous. But
I ain't getting you to do that. What? I ain't getting you to do none of that.
I'll do some. I would have got a canoe with you.
None of that.
I told you I would have canoed with you through the cenotes. I would. Just don't dump me out, or we're gonna have a problem. Don't let me fall out.
Listen, you gotta get in your own kayak. These were kayaks. These wasn't canoeing. These are kayaks. You gotta get in your own. Huh?
They had canoes too. But but plan something that you guys can do together, adventurous. And talk. Make it something that you guys love to do together. Make it a dream. And then or be outside. Take a road trip.
Yes.
He has an idea that we will take this train ride.
No, we going to take the train.
Okay.
Across the country.
Across the whole country.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Don't listen.
Okay.
Chime in on if you know any about these train tours.
All right.
Chime in one time, and if anybody knows,
it's a new adventure.
Man, I've seen some of these going through these mountains and these tunnels on a choo-choo train.
Yeah, you showed me something. I'm like, ooh, I was tingling just watching the movie.
She's scared to go up on the trestle.
Yeah.
But I want to, you want to survive. All the people survive.
No, I said they were kind of high.
Oh, they were kind of high.
They're way up there. That's a long way down, baby.
Yes.
But I would do it. I would do it. I would do it. The train ride.
What are we talking about? Going on adventures?
We're talking about adventures or going. They have tours like wine tours or beer tasting tours, food tours.
We did that.
Hop on, hop off buses.
We did that.
Yeah, we do that.
We do that.
Or one time I took you on a date. You didn't know where we were going. We went downtown to this game room.
Oh yeah, that was good.
When they had all these old school games and
that's
stuff
always
like
the best way to do it. Kind of make it adventurous. Don't tell them where you're going and just take them there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a deal breaker. I mean, not a deal breaker.
Yeah.
That's a deal sealer.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you don't know where you're going, jump in the car. Come on, I got you.
Mm-hmm. Overnight stay somewhere, just a quick getaway, just out of the blue.
Yep.
Some people go camping. I prefer glamping. I don't want to sleep on the ground. Just different adventurous things to get you out of your comfort zone. Sometimes you just have to be uncomfortable.
How much out of your comfort zone are you?
Little bit.
Not that much. That's a shame.
Why am I sleeping on the ground? I mean, there are beds everywhere. I mean, we have advanced, and I start getting rational. I start getting real. There are beds. We can blow them up. There's cover. There's shelter. There's indoor toilets.
Yes.
But I'm for the adventure once in a while.
Yes.
So, and because I know he likes it, I have to stretch in that way. So we'll do it. So we're talking about going on adventures. That was number 2. Why are you laughing?
Because that part, you ain't doing the adventures like I do the adventures.
No. I'm not. Yeah, because you like to jump down under the rocks and. I mean, you just like to do just all kind of things. That's the daredevil in you, and I cheer you on.
Yeah, you do.
I cheer you on. I put all my money on you. Anybody out here want to bet? All my money's on this one right here because he gonna get to the other side. I put my. It's my part. My part is to cheer you on. Number 3.
We're talking about connection.
Yes.
We're talking about
showing your love and celebrating
each other.
Number 3.
What is
it? Sharing hobbies and activities together. That's great bonding time. If you have some hobbies, some activities you can share together. Outside of work, outside of your home responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ones that we have is, and we had a conversation about this, I think, in Hot Tub the other day, was, we're both Eagles fans.
Oh.
And we both are
Sports
Philadelphia
fans,
team
yes.
sports fans. And I was like,
We just talked about that.
have you ever been in a relationship where, the girl knew just as much about, football or the sports and the players and things like that and that type of thing. And so that's one area that and I shared that, that my ex was not an Eagles fan. In fact, he was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And so we would be in different places every Sunday because I would be at the Eagles bar. So just having that in common is something that we do and we enjoy together. We go to games out of, in, other states or other arenas or whatever. And then we have our friends at our Eagles bar here. So that's one of the things that we do. But having a hobby, sharing a hobby.
What is that? What is
It's
it?
an ant or something.
Girl, you did that
You know
like
how
you
to
was...
do.
Girl,
It was an ant.
that
Something.
little bitty ant. You was like... you was
He
about
gonna
to-
die today. He gonna die today.
Yes, he is.
But sharing hobbies and
Hobbies
activities,
and
it's a
activities,
great
that's right.
way to
Yes.
bond. There go the Eagles,
Yes.
Chuck. That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
right. Go
you know what it
Birds.
is.
Go
You know what it
Birds.
is. Shut up, Amy.
I remember when we first started, we did a lot of this in the beginning of a relationship. We cooked together.
Cook together.
We signed on with
did.
Blue Apron and a couple of those.
my
where
daughter
they
sent us
you the
that.
whole, yes.
As a gift,
we would
and
cook.
we loved it.
Oh, for about a whole year, man. We had a stack of recipes.
Blue Apron.
We was cooking all kinds of stuff, man. Blue Apron was hot. That was fun.
Wow.
That
Yes.
was great. Yeah.
Yeah, we would cook.
We were-
Everything you needed was in the box except
Yeah.
salt, pepper, and
Man, I must have cooked with
Olive
about
oil.
30 different mushrooms.
all kind of just scallions
Yes,
and onions and
different vegetables
fennel
and
and different cheeses.
rices
Remember all the
and
cheeses? That
The
was
best cheese I ever had was this stinkiest cheese I ever had.
great. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
It
but
came
was,
with the
it was
blue Apron,
amazing.
but it was amazing. We made a pizza with that, didn't
I think we
we? Was
did.
that
So cooking together
Cooking
is
together.
a great way to do a
Yes.
hobby or activity together.
taking walks, runs, walking together?
Meditating, having that quiet time together.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all getting me on? Chuck said we getting him hungry. Meditating together, reading a book together, and
We
discussing
do
it.
that all the time.
Discussing it. What is it saying to you?
Yeah,
What did
book
you see?
now.
What stood out for you? Reading together or journaling together, studying together, like workbooks.
Yes, workbooks.
We like to look at those relationship
Yes.
workbooks and those assessments and things like that. It's just us. And then we find that it helps us. So
Yes, it
hopefully
does.
it'll help you
Absolutely.
too.
It does.
Take a class together, maybe one of those painting type of classes or
Dance class.
a dance
We
class.
do those.
Yeah, we try to do those. Somebody
are we
doesn't.
talking about, baby?
Somebody don't pay attention to the instructor and be trying to do their own thing when we trying to
'Cause-
take these dance
Because
classes.
Darlene don't know how to lead. I mean, don't know how to be led. Just do it.
no, you
That's
did.
why she this.
No, you
That's why
did.
she laughing. She
No,
don't
you did.
Darlene want to lead all the damn time.
I don't want to lead.
Yes, she does.
I want to keep count. And you try to turn when you're supposed to turn on 1. You turn on 3 and 4 all the
If
time.
I'm leading, I'd say turn on
See,
2. You
okay.
ain't supposed. You
All right.
supposed to be able to follow that.
Y'all know how these dance classes
If
end
I'm
up.
leading and I want you to do a stutter step and turn on 2, you supposed to be able to follow up with that, and make it
Okay.
happen.
Let me tell you what else happens.
No.
We're in all of this stuff we talking about. We in beginners classes. He want to dance like he Fred Astaire. He want to dance like he in advanced classes instead of getting the basics down and learn and leading me and turning me and keeping the count. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. Often the class is over here. Billy Bird and I are over here in the corner doing our own thing because he just got to do all these extra spins and stuff. But the time together is a lot of fun. Personalities come out.
Yes.
And it is what it is. It's
It
fun.
is.
So that was sharing
Yeah.
hobbies, right, and activities. I think we kind of hit on
Yes.
that one. Sharing hobbies and activities, things that you like to do together, things that bond you together. Yeah.
This
Number
number
4. You ready for number 4?
Oh, I love number 4.
You love number 4.
Yes.
Tell them what number 4 is.
Doing something for your partner. Doing some acts of services right up my alley. Gifts, acts of service, showing them, giving them.
Mm-hmm.
I love that part. Expressing it out loud, saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Those
You
are
do
the
love
things
this
I'm way invested in. I'm way invested in those.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You do love those.
Yes, I do. Giving to your partner all that
Doing
you have to
something
give.
for your
It doesn't have to be
partner.
monetary. It doesn't have to be physical. It doesn't. Sometimes it could just be space. It's just giving to your partner what they need in that moment to make sure that they're happy. That's what I'm investing in. What was that?
That one step turn, he had his own bear. I can't with him. I try. But I try.
Amy, thank you for capturing that the ankle breaker though. That was so smooth.
Oh my God.
We had a lovely time.
It was. We still laughing.
We
We're
still laughing
enjoying.
about that
We're
one,
still
yes.
debriefing.
Yes.
Everything was wonderful. We're talking about
That was something like that was an act of service. My wife put all of that together.
doing something for
to
your partner,
celebrate me.
like
She
giving
did
them
something.
celebrating. We're talking about
Celebrate,
celebrating your love for each other. But that was to celebrate him, his birthday, and he said we gave him way too big a playground because he played all through that playground.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so I think the theme was great.
Name some other ways.
Name some other ways.
Yes.
Writing a letter or sending a text in the middle of the day.
Yes. That's good.
Giving them their favorite flower. You found one of my favorite flowers at the picnic, and you pulled it out of the basket. You have my favorite flower. Just something that you know that person would like. Their favorite. What's their favorite color? What's their favorite food? What do they have a taste for? And making it happen. You know. You were saying you wanted some ice cream. Here's some ice cream. Those types of things.
Making that playlist.
They're making a
That
playlist.
came up. Look at that. That came up right there.
There it is.
I gave you my playlist.
Make
Clean
their
out
favorite,
the car.
Make their favorite meal.
Yes,
Clean
yes.
the car out for them.
That's
Fill
what
their
that
tank up for
is.
them.
Yes.
Yes, right, Billy Bird.
Yes, ma'am. You already know.
One of the things that my
Tell me.
husband does just about every day is bring in my coffee while I'm still in the bed. He's an early person. I need a little bit more time. But bringing that coffee is just something that's just special. It doesn't cost anything. It's just an act of service. And sometimes breakfast in bed. And when he makes me breakfast in bed, it's not like he eats breakfast. He doesn't. He'll just make that for me before he leaves. He'll make me an omelet or something. It's not like he's making one for himself and kind of make me one on the side. No, he does that for me. So that's just those acts of service. It's the little things. You said it, Chuck, that mean the most. It doesn't cost you anything but some thought, and some effort.
And a little love. You got to mix a little love
And a little love.
with the thought and effort.
Leave a message in the bathroom or in the steam. Remember, I taped some stuff to your shower.
I still got stuff on my
Some
lampshade
little love
right
notes
now.
and stuff. Little notes in the
Yes,
shower, in the
little notes.
bathroom. Hey, Fatima.
Hey, Fatima.
Leave
Good to
those
see
little
you.
notes. So that's
right.
good too.
So do something for your partner. Let them know that you really appreciate them and that you celebrate them. By doing this, you the connection. Yes.
Sending them a little sexy text every once in a while. Make them come flying home. Just write a card or a gift or a note. We talked about that, right?
Very good.
Draw on a bubble bath. And after a long day, just having that bubble bath there, or light a candle, or just something.
Yes.
They give them their favorite dessert, something that they like, their favorite cookie or whatever. I see things, I'm like, oh, my husband's gonna want this. I was driving by and what was it? Dairy Queen had a sign out said they had
That cotton candy blizzard.
cotton candy blizzards. Okay, so I had to do a U-turn because that's something that my
Gotta
husband
turn back
definitely
around and go get me
he
one.
gonna want that. So
I'm hooked to it. That cotton candy blizzard's off the chain.
Yes. So just doing things that you know they would like and thinking of them. So again, all of these are things that we do to show love and celebrate our love for each other. So we talked about one was spending meaningful time together. We talked about going on adventures, sharing hobbies and activities, things that you like to do together.
Doing
And then we're
something
just
for your
talking about
partner.
doing something for your partner.
Okay.
Just something for them, something that they would love. Yeah. We got one more. We want to take a break first?
Absolutely, because this is my favorite part of the show.
Stay with us, guys.
Stay with us. Give it to us, Chuck. And we're back.
We are
I want to thank
here.
you guys for joining us. Got another conversation with the Lovebirds. I want to thank our Feel Good Talk family, our CEO, CFO, COO, Chuck Brakely, behind the glass doing what he does, and all our Feel Good Talk family. We want to make sure that you like, subscribe, and go to YouTube at Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. Feel Good Talk right now here on Facebook and all the other social media platforms.
A lot of good things happening
Oh,
on Feel Good Talk.
and want to make sure you get yourselves a copy of the Lovebird story at love-birds.com, how the class clown.
And the class president developed an extraordinary love.
Yes.
That's us, y'all.
That's us, y'all.
We wrote a book.
Yeah, we wrote a
So
book.
get your copy of that
Yes.
amazing book, and it's a workbook too.
It's very much
so
so.
you can kind of see where you are as you progress through this interesting love story.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
All right, so we're
As
having a
we
good
move it
time.
on.
We're just talking about just loving each other and celebrating each other.
Absolutely.
Just coming off of May, which was an active month for
Very good.
us for celebrating our anniversary and celebrating my husband's birthday and doing those things real big, making those things real important. So coming off of that, we thought we would have a conversation just about celebrating each other.
Yes.
And so we shared 4 points. We're down to our point number 5 for how to celebrate.
I think this is the biggest point out of them all.
Really? You think it's the biggest?
Because, it really strikes at the heart and the reason why we celebrate each other. Because love is an emotion, and everything we talk about right now is us being in our emotions and our feelings and what we feel for a person. So this part about showing up emotionally, and that's our number 5 topic, that's showing up emotionally for your partner, to me is like the greatest way you can show your appreciation, because it gives that level of support, it gives that level of assurance when your partner is in doubt or feeling outside of themselves or outside of the relationship. That showing up emotionally can be a game changer, groundbreaking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So showing up emotionally
Yes.
as a way of loving us and celebrating your love,
Right.
showing up emotionally, showing appreciation and support, reminding them that they matter.
Yes.
Sometimes we kind of take people for granted or take things for granted, especially when it comes to our relationships. And it's so key to remind each other, remind your partner that they matter.
Yeah.
And they need to hear it. Sometimes people feel like, okay, well, I'm hearing, I'm here, but they need to hear it, and you need to feed their emotions.
Exactly.
Emotions need to be fed.
Exactly.
And sometimes there's different levels to that, but it's your job to show up for your partner emotionally and make sure that need is met, and keep a pulse on that emotional thing, right? What does that look like though? Showing up.
It's just being in tune with their feelings, For me, like, say, just taking out the trash. If I take out the trash, and of course it's my job to take out the trash, but if I come back and I hear something like, "Thank you, baby, for taking out the trash," that level of appreciation is
Just in little
it's
things like that.
indescribable. Yeah, for something just as little as that, because you don't hear, thank you, because that's the job. You know what I mean? That's a part of the description. That's a part of the role. So, but to hear it, or in this case, say, you send some money for a bill. It's a bill due or something like that, and it ends up in your Cash App or something like that. And the note there, make sure you pay this bill, and you text back and thank you, baby, for making sure that we paid this bill or something like that. I mean, I'm just in just ways how we interact and whatnot. Those are ways to kind of show your appreciation for when it's outside. I mean, it's a part of the norm, and we get stuck in the norm sometimes where we don't really appreciate the real stuff
That's a good point.
because we think of it as a job.
That's a good
Or we
point.
think of it as a, like a duty or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. And we don't want to get recognized for it. But getting recognized for it is,
That's a good point.
it's just...
You have clean clothes that just
Yeah.
show up clean and folded, and
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
you know,
That kind
just
of
acknowledging.
stuff. Exactly.
That's a good point. Saying thank you,
Yeah.
and I appreciate it
Yeah.
on a regular basis. Just acknowledging effort.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point, babe. I like that one.
That's the part. That's why I love this part about that emotional side. Because you never know, what a person is feeling. They may need, just all you got to do is just acknowledge that. I'm doing something, or I'm attempting to do something, and that's all they need,
And digging into their emotions too, asking them to share, and making it a safe place for them to share. What are your fears? What are your fears? What are you hoping that would happen today, or with that situation at work, or with that customer? What is it that you want out of that? How do you feel about that? Just tapping in and listening for support and encouragement. So
how was your day, or how did your day go? That's tapping into that emotional side, where you're really concerned about what they're feeling and how they're their agenda went.
One of the things that I like to ask you to do, like you sometimes when you're telling something that happened and you're so excited about it, I like to tell you to say it again, or how did you say it, baby? What did they look like? How you left them? They weren't ready for it. Like I just like to keep you in there, and I like to feel like I'm in there with you when I do that. So I want to retell the story again. Tell me again what happened or how it went down. So just kind of, I like to partner with you when you're feeling some of those emotions. So
Absolutely. What else?
asking about, you did this like a month or so ago. You asked me to tell you about like my dad and my granddad, like the people who were important in my life. You asked me to tell me more about them. What were they like, and how did they, what was that your relationship like, and things like that. So that just is
more.
It's showing up emotionally and walking it out. So I appreciated you asking me that. It just was out of the blue. You was like, I want to think about your granddad and the relationship with your dad. Tell me more about that. So getting into emotions like that. Yeah.
Yep.
So that was good.
Absolutely.
What else? A couple more. Celebrating what's important to, and some people, there's different, varying levels. Like some people, anniversaries are important. Some people, birthdays are important. But celebrating what's important to the person. And I felt like even this year, like sometimes, lots of times we may be traveling during my husband's birthday because, our anniversary and birthday are 4 days apart. So sometimes we're traveling. But this year I was like, no, we're not just going to have a barbecue this year. I want to celebrate on your actual birthday. I know how important May 28th is to you. We're going to do it on May 28th. It's a Sunday, and it's going to be a birthday party. So just celebrating what's important to them, complimenting each other. You're welcome.
That was awesome.
And you had a great time.
Man, I had the,
You're still eating off of that.
I had the best birthday party ever.
Well,
since the last birthday party.
you've had some good ones.
I've had some really good ones.
Really good ones.
Yes.
Complimenting each
After not
other.
having any. Yeah, absolutely. What else?
Two more.
Two more. Complimenting each other and acknowledging when you're wrong and giving up on a genuine apology. Big.
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 Big, big.
You gotta know when you're wrong sometimes. And just acknowledging the fact that you're wrong and making the person aware that you know that you are wrong. And then offering a genuine apology. Smooths a many rough road. Yeah, you don't have to lay in the bed or put your back turns to each other and all that. But give up an apology. I say this all the time. And I'm not going to say it, but learn how to apologize just a little bit more. This world will be a little bit better place to be.
It would be a better place.
I'm just saying.
And I'm a tag team on that and say forgive.
Yeah, and there
Sometimes showing up emotionally is forgiving.
It's forgiving.
Is forgiving.
Yes.
Okay, I forgive you.
you do.
And mean it.
Let
You
it
know,
go.
yeah, and let it go, and
Yeah.
let it go, and
That's-
let it go.
That's a game changer.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, babe. I can't add nothing on top of that one for showing up
Yes,
emotionally. That was a
what?
good job. Good job.
Good
Good
job,
job. Good
baby.
job.
Way to
So
go.
we talked about just 5 ways that we show and celebrate
Yes.
love. Spending meaningful time together.
Yes.
Meaningful time
Yes.
together. Time that means something to the both of you.
Very good.
And number 2, what was number 2, baby?
Number 2 was
Going on adventures.
Going
Chuck has it.
adventures. Yes, going adventures. And then
Number
number 3 was sharing hobbies
and
and
activities.
activities together.
Things that you like to do, like supporting those Eagles.
Do something for your partner was number 4.
Do something.
And number 5 was show up emotionally.
Yes,
that way,
that was good. I enjoyed this conversation,
You'll stay
baby. It's just-
connected. You'll
stay
stay
connected.
connected. You'll stay all of the above things.
and you keep the main thing the main,
the main thing. the
Don't
main
let it
thing.
slip.
Yes.
So we're the lovebirds. Our bird
That's right.
seed is to show up, and it's for you. Is this
The bird seed.
show up? Our bird seed.
The bird seed.
is
It is. Start over.
show and celebrate your love for each other.
Show and celebrate
Hey,
your
Monica.
love for each other.
Show and celebrate your love for
Yes.
each other.
Thank
Love
you,
out
Amy.
loud.
Love out loud.
We're the
Yes.
lovebirds. I'm Darling Bird.
And I'm William Bird.
Together we're the lovebirds.
And we love love.
We love people.
And we
And we
love
love you.
you.
Thanks for joining in tonight.
Peace.
Have a great evening.